day of authority, discipline, and pride arrived. In the vast field, the South Korean flag flew majestically. The galloping footsteps of the soldiers sounded in unison, and the voice of the command echoed in the air. However, in the midst of the solemn ceremony of the graduation ceremony of the future commander, an unexpected moment actually stole the attention of millions of pairs of eyes around the world. That figure is Cha Eun-woo, idol actor, as well as a figure who is now walking the military road with full seriousness. As a member of the chosen regiment, he that day stood firmly in the main ranks. His uniform is neat, his face is firm, and his gaze is straight ahead. Everything looks perfect. Until a small spontaneous movement changed everything. Camera with flash, the camera captures the obvious. Eun-woo turns her head for a moment, her eyes twinkling, then she raises her hand to wave a brief greeting towards the audience. A simple gesture, but full of meaning, which instantly made the atmosphere of silence broke so warm for a soldier, especially at the graduation ceremony of a future commander. Every movement must be disciplined. There should be no actions outside the procedure, let alone personal gestures. But for Eun-woo, behind his service as a soldier, he is still a star whose heart is always adrift of fans. His hand movements were fast, but clear enough to be noticed. Fans who were present quietly in the stands were immediately moved, some even shed tears. However, the commander who was right next to him immediately reminded. Eun-woo's hands were held back to return to a formal position as if realizing her mistake. Eun-woo immediately corrected the attitude. He looked back straight, his face serious and his body straightened. No more smiles or waves. But that brief moment was already imprinted in the hearts of all who saw. Although the ceremony was tight, there were some fans who were invited on a limited basis as family representatives and supporters. They sit far away in the stands, not allowed to interact directly. However, that fleeting moment made them feel cared for. A fan said in a trembling voice, "I really didn't expect him to do it. Even for a moment, it was enough for me to know that he was still thinking of us." Other fans added, "The commander held his hand, but that's what makes this moment even more precious. Because we know he did it sincerely, even though he knew it was risky." It didn't take long. Amateur footage of the invitees spread on social media. Within hours, the keyword Cha Eun-woo graduation wave was trending instantly. Many netizens flooded the comments with emotion, admiration, and laughter because of the unique situation. Imagine being the commander who has to hold Cha Eun-woo's hand. It must be heavy too, right? Waving is simple, but makes my heart melt. He was born to love his fans, even in military situations. That small moment is proof that Eun-woo's popularity is not just about good looks or talent, but because his heart is sincere. First glance, the wave is just a human reflex. Yet for many, especially Eun-woo's loyal fans, it is an important symbol, a sign that behind the rigid walls of the military, there is a warm heart and a strong memory of those who have always supported him. Many entertainment observers judge that this moment will be remembered for a long time, even longer than an official speech or a series of formal processions, because that's where Cha Eun-woo's true side is seen. A star who remains humble and full of love. The vast field was filled with soldiers standing firm in perfect formation. The morning sun shone softly, bouncing on the neat uniforms that each member of the regiment wore. The voice of command echoed, creating a solemn atmosphere that reflected military discipline. In the front row, Cha Eun-woo's figure stood out, not only because of his good looks that seemed difficult to hide even in a military uniform, but also because of his charisma that radiated clearly. The invited guests, even those who were not originally fans of K-pop though, cannot deny that he has a different charm. However, behind the firmness of her face, only Eun-woo herself knew how her little heart was shaking. He realized that in the stands there was a group of fans who were secretly present to give support. Although bound by strict rules, his heart longs to simply give a sign that he is still the same, an idol who always appreciates those who love him. When the ceremonial procession entered the flag salute section, the silence was so deep. They all stood up and sang the national anthem with pride. After that, the moment of reading the oath of the commander-in-chief took place solemnly. However, in between the silence, Eun-woo catches something. Out of the corner of her eye, she caught a glimpse of a small banner raised quietly in the stands. Asterisk Eunwoo, we are proud of you. Asterisk simple writing in black ink on white cloth. His heart trembled. A small smile almost appeared, but he held it back. He knows the rules. But inside, there was a strong urge to just say thank you. And when his gaze met some of the fans' tearful faces without a second thought, his hand lifted slowly. He waved a short greeting as if saying without a voice, Asterisk, I see you. I thank you. Asterisk, the gesture did not go unnoticed by the commander standing next to him. Quickly, the commander held back his hand, gesturing to return to focus. Not angry, but rather a subtle reminder that this ceremony is a formal moment. Eunwoo is back. The smile that he had been hiding behind his serious face. But it was too late, the cameras of the invitees had already recorded the second. For Eunwoo, it was probably just a brief reflex. But for fans, it's an emotional treasure. A restrained cry was heard from the corner of the stands. Some fans who saw the moment firsthand hugged each other. Some shed tears, some kept their mouths shut so as not to make a noise. That a female fan later told the media asterisk, it was only a few seconds, but it felt like the world stopped. I know he saw us. It felt like we were never abandoned. Asterisk other fans added asterisk, I came all the way just for this ceremony. I didn't expect him to notice us. But apparently he did. It was the most beautiful gift. Asterisk there was even a male fan carrying a small camera. He managed to record the moment, and the recording became one of the It Didn't Take Long. The short video spread on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. In a matter of hours, the keyword #EunwooWave entered the global trending. Thousands of comments flooded asterisk, she really can't leave her habits as an idol. Asterisk, I envy the fans who attended live. It must have been the most emotional moment. Asterisk, even when he was in the army, he was still a loving Eunwoo. Asterisk many also made funny memes about the commander holding his hand. Someone wrote, asterisk, the commander is a hero or a villain? We don't know. Asterisk with emoji of laughter mixed with tears. Some Korean entertainment observers also commented. They judged that the moment is actually very human, a columnist wrote. The military is full of rules, but what Cha Eunwoo is doing shows an amazing balance between responsibility as a soldier and heart as an artist. He quickly regained his discipline, but that brief moment showed that he never forgot his roots. Asterisk some even refer to this moment as a mirror of Eunwoo's unquenchable popularity, even by military rule. Behind all the camera highlights, Eunwoo herself actually harbors a deep sense of emotion. He knew from the beginning of his military service, he had to close his idol's side tightly. However, the feeling of longing for fans is something that is difficult to avoid. In her small heart, she often asked, asterisk, are they still waiting for me? Asterisk and as he saw the faithful faces present in the stands, his heart got an answer. They're not leaving. They remain. The small wave is an expression of gratitude, even though he is aware of the consequences. In addition to the fans, Eunwoo's family was also present. His mother was seen sitting in a row of specially invited guests. Although he didn't overreact, a proud smile couldn't be hidden from his face. According to Korean media reports, the mother had said after the ceremony was over asterisk, that is indeed my son.